tiny plants to seaweed and kelp, all the way up to anemones and to the beginning of crustaceans, right during this period of time. Huge outpouring of life during the third day. Then Homo erectus showed up during the third day. That's important to us. Then the Neanderthals showed up during this third day of their cycle. Then the foundations of Greece, the whole civilization of Greece was started during this third day. This was when they were putting together the Oracle of the Delphi during the third day. Then more common is the telegraph was actually invented during the third day. Darwin was publishing his works that he had been investigating all during this third day. Major truths come forward during the third day. In a plant, what we have is the first couple of sets of leaves have fallen off now, and now we have permanent leaves that will eventually become branches of a tree. And the root system is more fully developed. It's reaching down to establish itself in water. The truth comes out during the third day.
Ian, say where we are now, please.
And where we are right now is we're at the very end of this second night. This is where we are. Right there. The second night ends on December 14th, 2002. And this runs through most of 2003. What we can expect here is all the truth. How many people out there think you've heard all the truth? About our governments, our systems, about religion. How many people out there think that you've heard all? Really?
Not even barely.
Well, we're going to hear a lot more than we want to.
Yay.
Yeah, yay. Because you can't deal with the situation until you know the situation. And that's what this is all about. That's what this section is all about. Life made a burst during this period of time. And what it was headed for is over here. Fishes, a spine, and a whole new way of living. Through the application of the truth, which in this case was that multicellular organisms are more survival than anything else, than individuals. From the application of that truth, we got more evolution. And it went right over here to new foundations. New procedures. This is the God of rain. Is in the fourth day. Very important things happened during the fourth day. For one, the invention of the spine. Fishes. Then we had the first Olympics. And Homer. And the telephone. All of these firsts and all of these developments, new systems, new foundations of consciousness happened during this fourth day. During the fourth night, actually this was the end of Greece. Was during the fourth night. The nights are times of application, but they're not so gentle in a lot of cases. Here, we have the fifth day. Now the fifth day a huge breakthrough in consciousness. It's also ruled by the god of fire. In a plant's life, after it's gone through all this development, then it starts to put out certain chemicals, amino acids, to change the structure of the plant, or the purpose of the plant, to start it on its road to procreation, to being sexual. Some of the things that happened during the fifth day, well, there was a transition to land. That was a pretty major move. Then there was color vision. Color vision. Then there was the invention of fire, or the control of fire. Then there was art, the development of art, first art found. Then there was Christ himself. And then way down here, EMC squared and the invention of radio. All those sorts of things happened during the fifth days. Those are pretty major advancements. Transition to land, color vision, fire, art, Christ consciousness, E equals MC squared, and a way to communicate, radio, which changed people's consciousness and sped it up some more. Down here, in the fifth night, we had, I'll just go through this, World War II and atomic bombs. This is like ruled by death, the god of death. Makes sense, huh? What it's actually talking about is death of old consciousness. Right during that period of time. As a matter of fact, many things have gone extinct during this period of time, including the Neanderthals. The dinosaurs went extinct over here in the sixth night. But many things have passed away that were of no positive purpose to the evolution of consciousness. And what we're coming up on is this third day is going to expose truths which most folks won't be pleased with. There's a reason that there's so much hunger and starvation and misery in the world. And the reason has been hidden behind cultural and national ideas. What's the most popular form of hiding the truth from us now? National security. Hiding with those consciousnesses is stopping the forward of evolution of consciousness. That's going to disintegrate. Not because of any political pressure, because of creation's intention. Creation is forcing this to occur. And it's forcing ethics to be the primary consideration. Right now, most people would not invest in any company that couldn't prove they had integrity. Anyone who can't pass that ethical or integrity test is going to go out of business. And there's nothing that any of them can do about it except get in line. That's going to happen to every aspect of your lives and all of your neighbors too. Whether they're conscious, thinking about this, worrying about this, or exulting over it, it's going to happen. So you might as well exult over it. Because where this is leading is more and more fun. Now, I want to, sometimes, some of you guys went and listened to me do this whole talk about the different disasters that have happened in history. And there were bad things that happened. Meteor bombardments, ice ages, big extinctions, all of them happening right here in this fifth night. But if you remember, I went all the way up to World War II. And World War II is not the same kind of consequence as 200 million years of meteor bombardment. Things are getting better, folks. They really, really are. We complain about animals not having enough rights. Women, hey, 120 years ago, you were chattel. You had no rights. We have raised the bar so high on what we expect as an ethical and integral lifestyle that massive things have to change in order for things to match our expectation. That's why it kind of looks like things aren't so good, because our expectations are so high. They should be. But if you look and get better perspective, we're all living almost twice as long as people did 80 years ago. Eating far better, clothed far better, entertained up the, we've got entertainment. Things are going to be very, very interesting. Here, during the application of the truth. Now this is the part that we got to really look out for. During this right here, some people's going to go nuts as the truth comes out of how much betrayal there has been. Some people just not going to take it very easy. And then there's all those who are going to frantically be protecting themselves against all the truth. You can already see it, can't you? Well, this is the time period right here. This is December 9th in 2003 through December 4th, 2004. Let's be really happy that these are only 360-day periods. Rather than, like last time around, it was 20-year periods. Took a long time to get over it. Now we've got a lot more momentum, and we're going to be flying through this. Of course, if there's any resistance, guess what? You impact that resistance. If you put resistance in front of this motion, and that is resistance of your own unwillingness to change, you are going to get squished. This application of the truth is going to be kind of tumultuous.